What's good, y'all? Welcome back to a brand new comic book. This time we got issue 1 of House of X. Yes, finally, the X-Men's reboot is finally here. I was actually expecting this and Powers of X to come out the same week. I thought they were going to come out at the same time. But no, it's Powers of X this week, and I'm assuming next week are going to have Powers of X. And you guys know at Comic-Con, they announced all the new X-Men titles that will be dropping after House of X and Powers of X is finished. So you might be wondering, Glenn, which one will you be picking up and reacting to? Well, I got them pulled up right here. First off is Excalibur. There is a new, just straight up X-Men title. It's going to have, the main X-Men book. 50-50 on that one. We got Excalibur, which, okay. So, I don't know what this is about, but apparently Psylocke has been turned back into two separate beings, As if you guys always know, Psylocke, it's been a white woman inside of an Asian woman's body. Apparently that is problematic. Never mind, the vaccine's been around for 30 years and no one has batted an eye. But since it's SJWs, I honestly don't really care. I also don't really care about this as long as I still get Psylocke, the one I like, which I thought about Professor Thorgy's video he did on the new books. That's how I figured. That's how I found out about this. He said that they apparently switched them out of their bodies, and Betsy got back her own body. She'll be taking over as Captain Britain, and the original chick that was in Psylocke's was initial Psylocke will still be Psylocke. Will be the new Psylocke apparently. So hey, I'll still get my Psylocke book, and I get to see more of Psylocke. Then I also know that attached to Betty because I didn't really know much of her just from reading Extremis. So with this, so we got this. So yeah, this team, is about magic. We got this one's led by Betsy herself. We got Rogue and Gambit. So you guys know it's an instant read for you. guys know I love Rogue. She's direct going back to her 90s. They also got Jubilee and Apocalypse on this team as well. Weird, there's Apocalypse. But yeah, Rogue's back to her 90s. I gotta say, it looks awesome to see it again. Yeah. Rogue's actually had a lot of cool costumes. I saw this post on, I was looking for, what's all of Rogue's costumes I've seen. Rogue's had some pretty cool costumes, but if you ask me, my favorite is probably the 90s one. It's the most iconic. Followed probably by the most recent one, the one with the hood. That one looked pretty cool. Okay, so there was that one, Excalibur. Yeah, there's that one. There was also Fallen Angel, I believe is the new one. That I believe is the one where it's actually on the old new Psylocke. Yeah, Fallen Angels, that's an instant read. We got X-23 on this one as well, so that should be interesting. And some other dude, I don't know who he is. I forget what his name was. And the last one was X-Force. Got Wolverine and Domino on this team. I wish Psylocke was on this one as well because I really dug what I read of Uncanny X-Force, and I wish Deadpool was here too. That was a really nice duo with Wolverine and Deadpool, man. I wish we got more of that, but yeah. So anyway, that's enough jibber of that. Actually, also right before I recorded this, I went back and actually read Age of X-Men Omega. So yeah, so I went. So I know. So I kind of which then said which everyone left the portals going back to the real world, which then says next time followed by House of X. So this should be interesting. Humans of planet Earth. While you sleep, the world changed. Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna try and do a Patrick Stewart impression. I'm not doing that. My name is Charles Xavier. Yeah, I can't do it right. Alright. We have a tree. Okay. And people awakening out of cocoons, and then you got this dude with a massive X on his helmet. Who is this guy? I think his name is X-Man. Legitimately, his name is X-Man, not X-Men, it's X-Man. I believe that's what his name is. Don't know a damn thing about him. So this should be interesting. Okay, Cyclops? To me, my X-Men. And also, I've never read anything from Jonathan Hickman, so this is going to be something new for me as well. Okay, let's see. Let me zoom in to see what this is. Let's see what we got here. Got X. I like Magneto's white suit. I like #1, House of X, issue 1. Okay, hold on. The house that Xavier built, X-Men created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. Okay, this is just a credits page. And this is a big boy we got here, ladies and gentlemen. This is a big one. We got a big boy right here. This whole thing is damn near 50 fucking pages. So we got a big boy on this one right here, ladies and gentlemen. 5 months ago. Krakoa. 4 months ago. Westchester. 3 months ago. The blue area of the moon. Okay, people are planting 2 months ago. Mars. People are planting flowers. Okay, 1 month ago. The Savage Land. 3 weeks ago. DC. 2 weeks ago. The Jarviolus habitat. Okay. Now. Okay, it's now been overrun by trees. Ambassador, you look tired. How was your flight? Same as yours, I guess. Unexpected. Charles Xavier decided to deliver a telepathic message to the world in offering. We can't refuse, and here's what we are. At a habitat I didn't recognize, I didn't know existed, registering the sovereignty of a nation state I'd never heard of until 4 days ago. How's saving go? May you live in interesting times. Next page. Personally, I'd settled for a bit of predictability and a good night's sleep. Unfortunately, these things cannot happen now. I cannot see happening. You're apprehensive. I am. It's the design. It's the designer drug thing. No, it's a problem. A drug that extends humans. Look, let me see. This text. There we go. A drug extended human life 5 years. Another that prevents diseases of the mind, and the third that is the most effective adaptive antibiotic that the world has ever seen. You say it's a problem. I would call it a gift. It's not a gift. You have to pay. Xavier is only offering these miracle drugs to nations he recognizes. Well, that's called leverage. God knows none of us would ever dare such a thing. Trade drugs, trade treaties, the money and power of it all. These are complications you are all familiar with. What should concern you is the immensity. You think so? I'm seen to remember something someone once said something about appearing to be one thing while actually being another. You're not actually going to quote Sun Tzu's, are you, Ambassador? Next page. Why bother? It's not a war. If they've already won. Is that your position or the position of the Chinese government? I have been ordered, if put to the question, to accept Xavier's deal. We see the potential of it. Excuse me, Ambassador. We're sorry to have to keep you waiting. Please come inside. Welcome to this Carconian. Welcome to this Carconian habitat. I'm immense. This is Sophia. Actually, Sophia is my human name. I'm thinking of taking another. Anyways, we, along with our sisters, are acting as a temporary staff for this habitat until we're fully up and running. Can I offer you anything to drink? Next page. Yo, it's Magneto! Oh my god, yo. I got I keep the lock on there because for some reason, why do I call it right now? Never mind. Because on where I'm sitting on my computer chair, there was a rug on top of it. on top of where my chair is because my mom's scared of the chair. This chair, like scratching the wood. But apparently, but it ends right around where my desk is, so I don't know. It ends up messing with my lower back, so that's why I lock it there, just so I can lean back and not back wobble. But because I'm kind of scared to be able to break. Anyway, back to what I was saying. I gotta say, I love Magneto's white costume. And weirdly, he's not in any of the new X-Men books, which sucks. At least as part of the main team, which sucks because I love Magneto. Maybe it'll probably be in like the main X-Men book, I'm assuming, but I want to see more of this white suit from Magneto. It looks so fucking cool, man. Anyway, let's get back into it. There we go. I'm fine. When will we be meeting with Xavier? Charles will not be joining us today, as he is otherwise engaged. I admit I'm a poor substitute, but hopefully I'll manage. I love this white suit. Magneto, please, Ambassador is fine. Please, Ambassador is fine. Follow me, I'll give you the tour. Next page. Okay, what's this? The flowers of Krakoa. The mutant island of Krakoa is not just the home of mutants and the seat of their nation state. It is also known as the producer of the primary economic resources of the mutant nation, the flower of Krakoa. Okay, human drug L. Commune, Gateway, there. The Gramikia habitat, Westchester, New York. Got Jean. Can anyone travel through the gateway, Miss Gray? Mrs. Gray? No, not anyone. A mutant can, of course. Krakoa recognizes its own, but anyone or anything that isn't a mutant must be accompanied by one, and even then we have to ask for permission. You see, Krakoa is very protective, and it's always important to have good manners. Okay, here we go. Just walk through, and then we'll be on the island. Next page. Okay. Incoming Sergeant Yellow Wrench. Incoming Robert Wing Stones Rex. Incoming Sean Cassidy. Banshee. Incoming Desmond Ocho Diza Swan. Incoming Jean Grey Marvel Girl. I forgot that was her original codename before she got Phoenix. That codename fucking sucks. I honestly would have just wished she just kept Phoenix. It sounds a hell of a lot better. Sure, she doesn't have the Phoenix for it, but fuck it, it's better than Marvel Girl. That just sounds so fucking stupid. The interface has the count at 12. At the count at 12, Cypher. Can you confirm? Alien language. Checks out with Krakoa. See, I told you it would work, Sage. Last week you built an entire system to manage the traffic of the Krakoa network from scratch. And how cool was that? Coded in a language only you and the island can speak it, and and bioengineered to run on light and not on electricity. Yeah, I can't believe I doubted you. It's time to get what the program says. You need to bury all that cynicism and replace it with good old-fashioned hope. The professor has changed all the old rules. Next page. And we've entered a whole new world. Whoa. Yeah, that does about cover it. The plan is for most of the younger mutants to live in this habitat near the lagoon, but there's really aren't any rules regarding that. So if you see somewhere else you'd rather be, that's perfectly fine. Oh wow! Look, that's Professor Xavier over there with the hairy guy. Yes, why don't you introduce yourself? And that hairy guy, his name's Logan. A man, Wolverine. Wait, that's not Charles. Is it? Did Charles gain his legs back or something? Oh my god. You already see how inexperienced I am with the X-Men. I don't keep tabs on the X-Men like that. Welcome home, Gene. You're safe here. We all are. Next page. So this is like some separate island. House of X, House of M. Okay, let's see. He got this. He got the map. House of X, House of M. Is that where Scarlet Witch lives in the House of M? Ariel, Manga, Arena, Habitat, Transit, the Oracle, the Glove, the Candle, Reservatory, the Wild Hunt. Sorry. Where is this located? Does it say at all? So it's off the coast of Australia or the Philippines. So this is like in some desert island. Alright. So the mutants are chilling in the desert island. There she is. Built on the bones of the planet hunted bound killer, the forge is our best hope to survive the coming days. I'm extending the docking car. She's a Hail Mary for humanity, Agent Madell. Madell, so be gentle when you give her a kiss. Roger that, sir. And contract. So the light is green when we have a solid. Light's green and we have a solid lock. Pressure good. Next page. Okay, Dr. Gerard, you're free to board the station. Keep in mind the first ship of the Oracle convoy is approximately 22 hours away. So if it's not too much trouble, let's start with the diagnostics and make sure this place is actually capable of supporting human life before everyone arrives. I'm perfectly aware of Maslow's hierarchy of needs, Archimedes, but I've already had breakfast, and just maybe I don't want to waste my entire morning beholden to my baser instincts. Protocol is boring, dear. Be bold, I say. She's engaging to the safety override for her suits her. Of course she is. And this is why we don't have kids. About 10 degrees colder than I'd like, but I guess that's the environment controls program to support full crew. The air is fine. Ooh. What is this empty room? We see. Next page. Dr. Smith, please handle the diagnostics so our Armistius will be able to sleep tonight. Dr. Kane, if you don't mind, take a quick look at the power grid to let's make sure we're converting all the sunlight that's hitting us good and proper light. I really don't want to die of radiation poisoning. Carmia, there we go. Carmia, you're with me. Understood. So, what do you think? Next page. I think mistakes of this scale should take longer than 6 months to build. Truth be told, the forge would have been complete sooner, but the machines got the hydrogen and water levels wrong, and we lost everything in the habitat. Turns out Doomsday planets need a bit more flexibility to be closer. The closer you get to the sun. I'm surprised, Doctor. I'm not surprised, Doctor. Those are the kinds of mistakes men usually make when we're being overly aggressive. Actually, you can't blame this on us, Karma. As soon as the predictive models forecasting the extent of what Xavier was planning, Orchid's protocol were enacted, and you're activated, and the automatic refit of this station begins. Which is odd. I don't see any machines. I see no brothers. I see no sisters. That's because when constructing was complete, all the machines were tasked for man duty. We're going to need the resources, so they're on mercy, excavation, heavy metals. But don't worry. Next page. If we need more, we have more to build. Hello, beautiful. They're building sentinels. Oh, shit! Well, this just got interesting, ladies and gentlemen. They are building sentinels. This could get really interesting. Hello, beautiful. Yo, what are they building? What is this thing? You got some rain. You got the Sentinel's head on, like right in the middle of it. Got these hexagons. What the hell is this? I know Jonathan Hickman is the type of ride where no one knows what he's doing other than Jonathan Hickman, and it'll be kind of confused. But this man already got my attention. You have my curiosity, now you have my attention. Next page. Ah yes, Stan's soapbox. My personal favorite, where I swear it was added as a giant fuck you to Bill Maher. Fuck that asshole. And may he burn 1,000 deaths in hell. Next page. Okay. Initial establishment of Doomsday Network based on the evolution research regarding the extinction level population of a hormone sapien superior. See The Core Megan Problem by Dr. Elia Gregor. Wait, what's that one? There's an asterisk by it, but there's no, like, read this issue, unless I'm not reading it. I can't see it. Retirement of these assets and strange... Okay, let me zoom in real quick to see if I'm missing it at all. Nope. Retirement, recruitment of the assets, and strategic organization, aim, shield, strike, sword, alpha flight, hammer, armor, hydra, as well as funding from black budgets and other human-centric financial corporations considerations, absorption and adoption of various organization assets into next-generation infrastructure built for doomsday, operating under on the premise that there are areas of concern, population, financial, territorial, orchids, assets, established watchdogs programs to observe undetected and mutant influence. Orchid structure got 31% of its aim. Okay, 24% is shield, 16 is strike. I have no idea who that is. 8% is sword, 7 is alpha flight, 5 is hammer, 5 is also is armor as well, and 4% is Hydra. So even Hydra's in on this shit. Okay. Okay. Alright. Oh great, more reading. That isn't stories, it's other background stuff, but alright. 2 years ago, observation begins. 1 year ago, population alert. Instance of X gene activity has spiked along with the re-emergence of established mutant alpha types long observed in active mutant causes. 6 months ago, financial alert long observes a shell companies wholly owned by the mutant activist Charles Xavier. Quickly purchased the 7th largest pharmaceutical company in the world, and recently announced 3 new drugs, which are poised to disable the industry, that industry and spread throughout the global financial sectors. 2 months ago, territorial alert. The mutant nation Karakura established. So this is a mutant nation. This is the nation of mutants. So I guess is the school for gifted nudges not big enough now? Like, what's going on with that? What's up with the school? So it's just like a like just so hey, here's another for us to fuck around with. Also, or is it like a backup plan if someone tries to blow up the X Mansion again? Where does the X Mansion fall into all of this? God, I need to get a haircut. Observation ends or orchids protocol enacted. Read the co-Mangan problem. Dr. Alien Gergor began as humanitarian researcher into the mutant repopulation following the Genosonian genocide. Was that what happened with the whole thing with the Inhumans? Which resulted in the deaths of over 17 million. Yeah, that had been the stuff with the Terrigen Mist. That must have been what the whole Terrigen Mist shit was all about. When Marvel tried to remove the X-Men, replace them with the Inhumans, because they were owned by Fox, and they had to share the profits, and we can't have that. God forbid we share. No. Anyway, 17 million mutants. Dr. Gergor postulated that despite best efforts, the mutantdom. Wait, hold on. The mutantdom would not be able to repopulate to significant enough numbers to become an eventual dominant species of the Homo sapiens on Earth due to the factors including environmental, technological, and specific scientific advancements in genetic engineering and artificial intelligence, which she found disproved her theory. Not only were mutants repopulating and reappearing at higher rates than expected, but a recession analyze of previous growth patterns and mutants that revealed that if not for Geosia, mutants would have become the dominant species on Earth within 10 years due to the cascading biological cultural mutant positive variants. Wasn't there actually a comic run? Yeah, there was back in like the early 2000s when mutants were actually the dominant species, actually, not the minority. But that didn't last long because I'm pretty sure that's when the House of M came in there in 2005, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's that. Even though I'm not completely fancy with the X-Men universe, I know bits and pieces of what happened. I know about House of M. I know what happened with some other stuff. But I'm nowhere near as involved with the X-Men than I am with Spider-Man. Anyway, where was I? Okay. What Geosia brought mankind was was time that they didn't know that they didn't have. Dr. Giorgio, Georgia, new timeline suggests that humanity has 20 years left. Ooh. Work as Command Structure Director Dr. Killian Devo, age 63, affiliation Strike. Head of Engineering Zeta 37, Alpha Flight. Walker Ken, 49, Shield, Science Commander. Okay, AIM. Okay, next page. There's a lot to this comic. I did not expect all this other like lore shit with like here's all this other stuff. I was not expecting this, ladies and gentlemen. Damage control sector contested storage facility. This has gone south, Toad, and gone south quickly. How much longer? You think it's easy searching the combined databases of not one but two of the smartest people in the world, copying what we need and then making it look like I was never here. Well, it's not Mystique. I have limitations, and it's gonna take as long as okay, we can go. You probably shouldn't have wasted the effort making it look like we were never here. Others weren't so careful. I think you broke a few of them, Sabretooth. Yeah, well, they were fragile. They were fragile. Then again, next page. Okay, you got the Brotherhood of Mutants. What ain't? There's never a good excuse for recklessness, Kree, especially when the plan called for us to quietly get in and get out. Then lie low before we deliver the data. Now I think we're going to need more direct exit strategy. Washington Square? Yeah, that's the closest. Both of you shut up. We got Ah! Oh shit! Who's coming? Who's coming out? Is this where we're gonna see the Sentinels? Oh, it's the Fantastic Four! Hey, the other Fox property. You got the Thing and the Human Torch, baby. Hey, you got the Fantastic Four. Would you look at that, man? A bunch of no good thieves taking stuff that don't belong to them. Now, what do we do with no good thieves? Nothing nice, Johnny. Both of you, go on. I got this. That mighty bull talk of you for the guy who smells like burned hair. Smiles. Okay, yeah. I'm trying to do the Thing's voice from the original Fantastic Four movies. I can't do it. I'm not gonna try. If we don't get out of here with the data, there's nothing there. This was all for nothing. We have to make the gateway. Should we run? I think we should run. Yes, run. Next page. Yeah, the Thing just like bitch slapped, Sabretooth right there. Damage control. While the corporate entitled transitionalist service Quarantine Rabbit rebuild capability. Damage control also operates as the new Archeal unit for the government contested metahumans, machinery and technology that belongs to the missing, incapable, or incapacitated or deceased individuals where either clear chain custody does not exist, or the items in question pose an existential threat to the United States. There is so much to this comic. Way more than I was expecting, boys. Anyway. Currently, inventory of damage in the damage control contested storage facility is made up of almost exclusively advanced schematics and disassembled materials created and owned by Ray Richards, Mr. Fantastic, and Tony Stark. Okay, got a bunch of other names here. Iron Man Mark V. Okay, list of security items. There's Soul's Hammer, Soul Navy, there's a bridge, the Mark V, Iron Man's Mark V, Mark 6, Mark 7, Mark 8, Rescue Mark 1, Mark 2. Okay, I don't even know why. Why do they need the Tony suit for? Anyway, in the recent past, both Stark and Richards have gone to great lengths to ensure that their technology did not fall into the hands of entitles like damage control. Of their normal avenue for evasion, leaving control of their intellectual property of to each other, failed when Richards was missing for a prolonged period of time, and Stark was presumed dead. Rights of all current materials are being contested. Next page. I'm assuming they're talking about what happened in Secret Wars and Civil War II. If you're looking around, you'll see we've now left the habitat in Jerusalem. Is that Jerusalem? Jerusalem, yeah. Behind. This gateway leads to the hub, and through this hub we can reach any number of other habitats and gateways in each of the other periods of large interconnection and Carcodian ecosystem. Jesus, I cannot speak today. How do you know which door leads where? It won't lie. I won't lie. At first, it was easy to get turned around. Familiarity helps, but just you see, we asked Carcona to grow some size so no one would lose their way. See? Am I supposed to be able to read that? Of course not. It says nothing. It's gibberish. That white suit Magneto's rocking, man, it's so fucking cool. Well, it's certainly not Russian. English, French, or Chinese. I can't do what's his name? Ian McDermott's voice either. You know, I'm sorry, Charles. I can't get it right either, man. I can't get any of their voices right. But it's a language, ours. It's Carconian, and every mutant who lives among us has it technologically imprinted on their cerebral cortex the day they arrive. So they have some secret. So all mutants have some secret language implanted into their. I'm assuming that's their brain from birth or when their X gene activates. I dig it. So you made your own language. Of course we did. One cannot create a distinct culture without it. And makes no mistake, this is exactly what Charles Xavier did. Come on, let's go through here. Next page. I am really interested to see what all this is going to lead to, man. As you can see, Carconia is not limited by distance or elevation. Is that the Ghost Rider? Or even environment. Excuse me, I don't mean to spoil the grand tour, but at some point you have to tell us about the military assets of all this. This inherent adventure of being able to move an army of any distance without being seen is, well, let's just say you have to throw out a couple of thousands. You have to throw out a couple of thousand years of military strategy. People are going to have a problem with this. Next page. Well, where you see an instrument of war, I see an unassailable refugee. Yeah, that's quite a difference. Some would call that semantics. Either way, it's an advantage. There has never been a mutant war, Ambassador. We've never conquered a people, stolen their land, or made slaves of the vanquished. That's our real adventure. Wasn't that all you wanted to do, Magneto? Man, the X-Men comics, he turns from bad guy to good guy so many times, I don't even know what is he now? Is he a bad guy? Is he a good guy? What is he? Someone please tell me. Excuse me, but when are we actually going to go to Carcoria? Well, at this point, Carcoria is much an idea as it is an actual place. But if you mean the main island itself, we won't be going there. Why not? You have heard Charles Xavier's offer. Mutants are the evolution of inheritance of this world. All of it all of it, but instead of claiming it, we are giving it to you and keeping a small portion for ourselves. The island you see is ours, and ours alone. Man is not welcome there. Ooh. Next page. Back to the Fantastic Four. Creed, we're leaving! Creed, we're leaving! Quit fucking around, let's go! Alright, so the portal opens up and they get out of there. Oh yeah, non-mutants can't go in. Did Sabretooth make it out? Make it in? Can't really tell. Oh shit, no he didn't. Oh, yo. I gotta say, those new Fantastic Four outfits are fucking badass right there. Black and blue? Oh man, that's badass. Woo! Now let me zoom in. Damn, those some badass. Oh, and Reed got a beard going on. Alright. I dig. Huh? Nice of you to show up, Sue. How did you know where to cut them off? It was actually pretty simple once you identify them. There was really only one place they could conceive. Heads up, Reed. The gate's active again. So what's coming through? How wonderful. The Richards family. Hey, we got little old Cyclops. He's also rocking blue. Alright? Everyone's rocking blue! And you, Ben, I heard you got married, Mazitov. Thanks, Slim. Of course, and everyone else is doing fine, is doing well. You know, just the usual fireworks, Cyclops. What would life be without a little surprise? So, shall I take Mr. Kree off your hands? Well, we just caught him. Why would we do something like that? You're a smart man, Dr. Richards. I know you know what amnesty means. I do. I also know that Sabretooth broken a number of laws in the last hour, including no small number of injuries to guards and a high probability to some of those injuries being significant, possibly fatal. Are you really offering amnesty for that? Oh shit. Reed ain't budging. He's like, nah, motherfucker. It's upsetting, I know, but I'm afraid we are. New beginnings demand a wide breath. That I think I have a problem with that. Fair enough. Can I see it? I can see you feel strongly about this. Oh shit! Cyclops about to go like. Next page. Why don't you keep him? We'll deal with it some other time, some other way. What? Are you fucking kidding me, Summers? Shut up. Cyclops, the other things Xavier's doing. What are you all thinking? My family has spent our entire lives being hunted and hated. The world has told me that I was less when I knew I was more. Did you honestly think that we were going to sit around forever and just take it? Of course not, but it's really very simple, Susan. I believe in what Charles Xavier is doing. Please greet your son for me. And tell him when he's ready, he has a family on Krakoa waiting for him. Oh yeah! If I remember, I saw it somewhere that actually Reed's kid is a mutant. If I remember correctly, Reed's kid's actually a mutant. If I remember correctly. I could be wrong. I don't keep tabs on Fantastic Four like that. Tell me down below if I'm wrong or not. Ah yes, Omega level mutants. You know, but when I was rewatching season 3 of Attack of Hero Walk, I was like, man, All For One, that man has to be like an Omega level mutant. And then actually, I also tweeted about that, like, because he was like, when he was like stacking up all those abilities in his arm right before the final battle with I'm One All Might did the United States of Smash. I was like, holy shit, like All For One has to be like an Omega level mutant. And someone asked me like, yo, what's Rogue? Is she an Omega level mutant? Because if she's one, then he will be. So I looked it up, and she is Alpha, I think. I think she's second to the top. It's Omega. I think she's second. So I guess that's where All For One would be. But I don't know. Tell me down below. Would you guys think All For One would be an Omega level mutant or not? If this was the X-Men universe, Omega level mutant, a mutant whose dominant power is deemed to register or reach an undefinable upper level limit of that power's specific classification. Both Magneto and Forge are most powerful. Wait, I thought Charles was like the most powerful mutant along with Magneto. Who's the Forge? Who's Forge? Yeah. Are the most powerful mutants of their power types on the planet Earth: magnetism and technopathy, respectively. But what makes Magneto and not Forge an Omega level mutant is that the upper levels of Forge's dimensional power could be hypothetically be surpassed, and in fact has been multiplied humans on the planet. While the upper levels of Magneto's power cannot be surpassed in any measurable fashion. Note: Omega level is a classification for a single mutant power. While it is quite common that mutants manifest multiple powers, only one is normally of the Omega level. Okay, so I guess Rogue Rogue and One For All would call it because their mutant power is that they can take other people's powers. So I guess they would tell it. Okay. Omega. Okay, for example, Jean Grey is both a telepath and a telekinesis and a telekinetic. She is only an Omega level for telepathy. Okay, let's see what we got. We have Iceman. Wait, Robert Drake. I thought his name was Bobby. Who's Robert Drake? I thought Iceman's name was Bobby. I guess I was wrong. Okay, you got Iceman, Marvel Girl, Jean, Legion, Magneto. Who else? Storm. I have no idea how you pronounce her name. Or. How do you pronounce Storm's name? Please someone tell me down below. Okay, Kig, Omega, Powerhouse, Human. Okay. Oh yeah, Franklin Richards, Powerhouse, Reality Manipulation, Universal. Holy shit! This kid can manipulate reality? Damn! I mean, I guess it took Sue's invisibility and just upgraded it tenfold. Like, she can turn invisible now. Yeah, now he can manipulate the fucking universe. Holy shit, that's one powerful kid. Okay, you got Hope Summers. Hope Summers. Oh yeah, that's Cyclops' daughter, I think. And Gabrielle Summers, Vulcan. Energy manipulation as well. Omega Protocol, while it's believed that greater domino is possible through collective means, is currently priority for the mutant nation of Krakoa to protect and nurture its greatest natural resources. That's a resource, Omega level mutants. And all efforts are to extend in order to secure the future of state. One person, one people, one tribe, one family. Okay. The Krakoian habitat, Jerusalem. I think that's Jerusalem. Yeah, I'm probably pretty sure that's what tell me. So, what have you learned? That in return for recognizing Krakoa as a nation of good standings, you will... No, I wasn't speaking to you. No, I wasn't Magneto. Well, our host ambassador from Israel decided to join her fellow representatives from the Security Council today. She is with them, but not with them. She is also ex-military and doesn't really care for them or you for the matter, but that's no surprise. Next page. As for the others, well, they've been trailed to withstand telepathy, just not trained well enough. They're all plants, sir. What? Outrageous! Maya Mingu is actually the head of the state science office. Both he and the influential members of the Parliamente and Parliament are eager to agree to our terms. They see the political and scientific opportunity our immensity represents. Jean Perrier Cole actually is an ambassador, but he brought it with his private sector pharmaceutical money. He'll agree to Xavier's terms if we allow him to special access to our drugs. It's how they say a win-win. Natalie Volko, a Red Sky senior operator who have never agreed with our terms, is even more true now that she knows that the others would. Am I right or am I right? If this is what we have become, it might be the best for us to root for if we were replaced. Walter Ripon, interesting. He's an agent of Strike, but he actually doesn't care about any of this. He's just here because he's been assigned to watch. Riley Marshall, who is an ex-Shield and SWORD Black Ops agent. There's some other affiliation, but he's fighting me. Get out of my head. Next page. Oh, he also has a weapon of some sort. Would you like for me to do something about that, sir? No need. Neo just grabs his gun and disassembles the thing. Oh, Eric, good old Eric. I wasn't going to use it. It was for my protection, of course. That's how it always starts. Should I show him out? Oh shit, yo, look at Magneto in the sun right there. Look how he just towers over this guy. Oh my god, yo, I love this comic. No, some would be offended at a wolf spot presenting it as a sheep. But I have learned hard lessons from your kind, so I know the truth. Oh. Well, I talk about his time in the Holocaust. You are all wolves. And it's good that you are still here, that you are here, all of you, as you really are, so you can run home and tell your masters what you've learned. I want you to tell them. Charles Xavier has made you an offer, one full of grace and brotherly love, but one that is also written in stone. This is not a negotiation. Things will not be different now. Things will be different now. And the sooner you realize the finality of your situation and the inevitability of ours, the sooner you will learn to be grateful for the things you are so generous. You are so generously given. We are so generously giving you. Do you know what you sound like? I do, and it feels good to finally say it. Next page. So, you summoned us here to Jerusalem to threaten us? To what? Threaten us? A promise, not a threat, Ambassador. And I summoned you to this place for wholly superficial reasons. You see, I know how you humans love your symbolism, and almost as much as you love your religion. And I need you to understand. You have new gods now. Oh, Magneto! Woo! I have a new word for the lexicon of man, Tarkola. In the future, we speak make sure you do so softly with proper difference, for we will be listening. Magneto. Reading order. Okay, here we go. Okay, let's read this. Let's see this order, so I know how to read these when they drop. House of X1, Powers of X. Okay, yeah, Powers of X is next week. And House of X, Powers of X, Powers of X3, House of X, House of X, Powers of X, House of X, Powers of X, House of X, House of X. Oh wait, House of X and Powers of X. Excuse me. So I have to go House of X2, Powers of X2. So I have to go, okay, then Powers of X3, and then House of X2. Alright, at least it goes from, so it kind of goes from House of X, Powers of X. Okay. Okay, good. They all come out in the same order when you read them. Good, good. So I can just read them in when they already come out. Alright. Alright. But why are some of these in red? Oh, this is Powers of X. Okay, here's the cover for the next issue. And here's the cover for Powers of X, I'm assuming. Alright, so that's the end of it, ladies and gentlemen. Overall, this was quite the interesting read. Yes, the Sentinels are being rebuilt. There's a new nation for where mutants are live, and that's when their main resource is to build and just take a look over Omega level mutants. I am really curious where this is all going to lead, ladies and gentlemen. So overall, I give this issue a 9 out of 10, guys. So yeah, tell me down below what you guys thought of this issue. Did you love it? Did you hate it? What are some of your theories for this issue? Because I would like to see what you guys think of this. Anyway, guys, hope you all enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did, subscribe if you're new. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, link. If I did say so, final verdict is a 9 out of 10. I don't know if I said that already or not, but anyway. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did, subscribe if you're new. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, if you like it. Links down in the description box below. As always, come back for more. See you guys next time.